What if moving to Porter Ranch meant more than just a new address? What if it meant living in a home that's been so well cared for, you feel the pride of ownership the moment you pull up to the curb? In today's Porter Ranch home tour, we're taking you inside this immaculate 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2,437 square foot beauty that blends comfort, style, and incredible curb appeal. If you've been searching for a Porter Ranch home for sale, considering moving to Porter Ranch, or curious about what living in Porter Ranch is really like, this video is a must-see. Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group. All right, I have the pleasure today of showcasing our newest listing on today's Porter Ranch home tour. And this home, 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,437 square feet of living space on a 9,346 square foot lot, built in 1966. Now, I promise you, this home has some of the best curb appeal that I've seen in a very, very long time. And we're gonna show all of that to you today. And it's also probably one of the more well-kept and immaculate homes. When you talk about pride of ownership, this is a house that really comes to mind. And we're gonna get into all the details during this home tour. So we're in Porter Ranch, California. So this home was actually built by a builder called Republic in the mid-1960s. They started south of Rinaldi and then worked their way up into this neighborhood in the mid to late 1960s, right? So we're in Porter Ranch, we're off the 118 freeway, we're located north of Rinaldi. Porter Ranch, California, located about 30 miles north of downtown Los Angeles in the North San Fernando Valley. And Porter Ranch really just has so much to offer, whether it be hiking trails such as the Palisades hiking trail, whether it be parks such as the Porter Ranch Community Park, right? A 50-acre park that has a playground, a pavilion, amphitheater, as well as basketball court, even an outdoor ping pong court to go along with the pickleball courts. Of course, there's also the Vineyards shopping center in Porter Ranch, which includes high-end shopping and dining, such places as Lure Fish House, Gus's Barbecue, La Popular, just to name a few, the AMC movie theater, as well as a Whole Foods that has a restaurant and bar inside of it. And right across the street every Sunday morning, you're gonna find the Porter Ranch Farmers Market from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Sunday, and a chance for you to be able to find all the produce that you're looking for, some great dining and craft options as well. All right, let's get this home tour started. Let's turn around and show you the front exterior. There are multiple things that really stand out as you face the front of the house. So the first is going to be the artificial grass and the greenery, which is going to continue into the backyard, which we will feature later in this video. But you have all these plants, and look, you even have a nice little bench over there that has a flower bed on top of it, just to give you that extra bit of color in front. And then look at the color of the house itself, right? You have like that bluish gray, right? And then it's combined with the white. So you have the white from the garage door, and then you have the brick in front that is actually painted in white. So as opposed to having that old stone brick, right, that you see from the 1950s and 60s, I like how they painted it white right here. So these are some of the things that really stand out, and there's a lot of attention to detail, right? You have these large rocks here in the front, so to kind of give it a contrast from having too much green and too much color, right? You have this in front as well. Then you have the typical picket white fence as well. Welcome inside. So I'm standing right now at the entry as we've gone through the double door entry, and the first thing that you're going to see here is this coat closet. So got the coat closet right there, and this home is a tri-level. So the first level that we're going to show you is going to have the living room, dining room, and kitchen, and then down below that you're going to see a family room, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. But let's get this tour started and really show you what this home has to offer. In the entryway, you have this beautiful gleaming wood flooring, and I like the luxury vinyl plank flooring, but this wood flooring is immaculate, and you're going to hear me use that word a lot. So let's start with the living room itself. So the living room here is carpeted. You have the smooth ceilings, you have the crown molding, and because you have large windows on the south side here, this is the front of the house, so you're going to see these large plantation shutters, right? And these fold out too. But you know, it keeps all the sun out if you don't want that natural light coming in. But at the same token, it also allows a lot of natural light to come in. This living room actually has one of the two fireplaces. The other one is in the family room, which we will get to soon enough. You have the brick fireplace, that painted white brick, and then this is a gas fireplace. And then as we continue moving along, you're gonna come over here to your formal dining room. So it makes sense. I actually like how this floor plan is structured because you have the living room and plenty of space right here to sit and enjoy time with your friends and family. And then of course you have this large specific space for your formal dining area. Once again, you'll notice the crown molding as well as the plantation shutters here in this formal dining space. You have the white paneled walls as well, but it doesn't have that 1960s, panel look to it. It actually has a very modern touch to it. And then immediately over to our right, that will take you into this kitchen. Now this kitchen actually has a lot to offer. I think especially if you're the chef in the family, you're gonna be very satisfied with this kitchen. The first thing that you notice is the island here, right? So originally, this home built in 1966, these homes did not have an island in them. Several people have added an island over the years, right? And so that's what this seller has done here. And as a result of that, right, you have your 5-burner on your island in the middle of this kitchen. Now this kitchen, very clean look. You have your recessed lighting above, right? And then in addition to that, right, take a look at the cabinetry. And so because you have these really light wooden floors right here in the kitchen, so you're able to have that darker brown cabinetry. And I like the fact that they didn't go with a color on the countertop that really gave too much color, right? Because you already have enough brown when it comes to color, so you don't need other colors when it comes to your countertop. Now this countertop is Corian, right? So the advantage of this, as opposed to maybe something that's granite, right? You can put hot stuff on the surfaces. You got your dual sink basin right here. And then you also have this backsplash. This is a combination of a glass tile and normal tile backsplash. And there's a couple things I want to point out about it. First, you can see under many areas under the cabinet, you have that ambient lighting underneath the cabinetry, right? Number one. And then come on over here, right? We're going to show you the eat-in area part of the kitchen. So you have a nice eat-in area, so this way you don't have to be eating every meal at your formal dining area. And then look at the centerpiece. Does it look familiar, right? That is the same backsplash, and they will have that custom made, right? And kind of have a nice centerpiece on your circular table in this eat-in area. Now in this kitchen, right, you're also going to have stainless steel appliances, right? You already showed you the gas cooktop, but in addition to that, you're gonna have your oven, your microwave, the refrigerator, which is also included in the house, as well as your stainless steel dishwasher. And so there's a lot of space in this kitchen, a good amount of cabinetry, and then I thought it's a great use because you have your island as well as your eat-in area. Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group, your trusted Los Angeles real estate agent. Been doing this now for over 20 years, hard to believe. And we're grateful to have over 240 5-star reviews online, just Zillow and Google alone. So you can always verify what our clients are saying about us. Now look, if you're looking to buy a property here in the greater Los Angeles area, I think it's really important that you come in and interview your agent and make sure that it's the right fit for you, right? Just because they're their cousin twice removed doesn't necessarily mean it's a great fit. Not all agents are the same. You're gonna want someone who's not only gonna be able to negotiate on your behalf, but also has the relationship with other agents, right? And also knows the neighborhood and things to look out for, especially if you're a first-time buyer, right? It might be something simple that I pointed out to one of our buyers looking at a property that had a brand new stainless steel sink. Like, hey, make sure you spend $15 and get a grate to put in the sink to actually protect that sink itself. Sometimes it's really something simple like that, or something, it might be a little more detailed that we always tell all of our buyers, hey, before you move in, if this is a resale house, make sure you have somebody come out and actually with the dryer vent, basically clean it out, because a lot of times there's lint that's been building up in there 20, 30, 40, 50 years and it's never been cleaned out, and you don't, that's kind of flammable. So, just simple things like that, right? So you really want to interview the agent that you want to be working with and ask them the right questions. How are they going to get your offer accepted? What's the process look like, right? So these are just some of the things that you need to be asking. If you want a list of the questions that you should be asking your actual buyer's agent, reach out to me. We have a great list of questions to be able to give to you. All right, let's get back to the home tour. Now we're going to go down the steps and we're going to go down to the lower level. So this is going to be your dedicated family room. So in this family room, it's carpeted, right? But take a look at the top. You have that ceiling fan as well as the beamed ceilings. I absolutely love this. So much character in this home. And then the fireplace, this is the second fireplace. Remember, we showed you the first fireplace in the living room. This one is going to have a brick surround. And then all of the built-ins in this home too, in this family room itself. So you got the fireplace right here, and then you got room to put in a big screen TV if you wanted to. All right, come with me right now. I'm gonna show you something else here in this family room. So this typically used to be a wet bar. I actually like the fact, because most people don't really need a wet bar anymore these days. So it's better to have a storage space. Maybe you want to put some games, some other items here, right? This is perfect to go in your family room. And then you can never have enough storage space. So you got another closet down here. So if you're like me and have kids, it always feels like I'm in the import business when I want to be in the export business. So you need as much storage as you possibly can. Now I'll show you something else too. They don't have it here. I've sold this floor plan many times. I've seen people underneath here, because this is a raised foundation, this part right here where we're standing in the family room is actually slab. But I've seen people build this out and put even more storage space underneath. So that's another option too if you're looking for more storage space. And then over here, look at these beautiful sliding doors. That's going to take us into this absolutely gorgeous backyard that we're going to show you later in this video. So that's not all that's down here. You actually have one bedroom, one bath. So come on, let's go take a look at that. You have a tiled hallway right here, and then over to your left is going to be the downstairs bedroom. So this bedroom, pretty good size. You can just see that based on the size of the bed that they have and the fact that they have two nightstands here, plantation shutters, crown molding, and this is a pretty good space, whether you want to use it as a home office, a guest bedroom, maybe you want a home gym, right? But we see a lot of people in this neighborhood a lot of times just use the garage as their home gym. So you have some cabinetry here, right, in this hallway. Now we're not going to show it to you in this video, but if you're wondering where's the laundry hookups, the laundry hookups are actually in the garage. So the bathroom downstairs, which is literally directly across from that first bedroom that we've already showed you, and then you're going to have the tiled shower enclosure, and then you have the ceramic tile, the flooring of the bathroom itself. So it's nice being able to have that one bathroom downstairs. This is the bathroom again that's going to be utilized by anybody staying in that downstairs bedroom, or if you have any friends or guests coming over, this is the bathroom they're going to use. Let's make our way up to the top level, and as we do that and we go up the stairs, let's discuss about schools. It's one of the major reasons why people come to this neighborhood. So your elementary school is going to be Castlebay Lane Elementary. That's a charter school from LA Unified School District. That school is currently rated 8 out of 10 by greatschools.org. And then your middle school is going to be Robert Frost Middle School. The actual middle school is in Granada Hills, not in Porter Ranch. And that one is rated 9 out of 10. And then last and finally, your high school is going to be Granada Hills Charter High School. So those are your schools: Castlebay Lane Elementary, Robert Frost Middle School, as well as Granada Hills Charter High School. All the bedrooms have the mirrored closets, crown molding, and the plantation shutters. So you've already seen 2 bedrooms upstairs so far. You have one more to get to the primary. This is where your linen closet is going to be, right down here. This is bedroom number 4. It's currently set up as an office. If you didn't want to use the downstairs bedroom as an office, you could definitely do this as well. But most importantly, it's directly across from your hallway bathroom. This hallway bathroom might seem pretty bright, and that's because you have a skylight on top, letting all that natural light in, especially on those sunny days. So it definitely gives you that super bright feel, but using natural light. So you have a dual sink vanity, you have 2 different mirrors, right? And you also have your shower in tub, the tile enclosure. This is going to serve the 3 bedrooms on this level. And then most importantly, don't forget to wash your hands. Leaving this bathroom, now we're going to enter into the primary bedroom. So the primary bedroom has an attached bathroom also. And so you're going to see the ceiling fan, the crown molding, once again, the plantation shutters in this room. Now I actually like this color paint. I know not everybody does, but I actually, it's a very neutral, it's a very calming paint. This is like a very light green, almost a mixture of a little bit of blue and green in this paint. It's kind of hard to show up on camera. So coming over to the bathroom, to the left is going to be your walk-in closet. Now you might notice that this walk-in closet actually looks pretty dark. Where's the light? Well, what's really cool about this is that you actually have a motion sensor in here, and that will turn the light on automatically for you. So you just walk in and like magic, voila. All right, so you're also gonna have a pair of dual sinks right here. They're Kohler sinks on your vanity. And then a nice little touch besides the recessed lighting up here is the window right here, right? So that just kind of allows just a little more natural light. And I really dig the big mirror that they have. A lot of times that you'll see, you'll have one mirror over one vanity, another mirror over another vanity. So just wanted to kind of point that out. So you have the mirrored closet here in addition to the walk-in closet. So let me know in the comments below, which one are you gonna end up? Are you gonna end up with the mirrored closet or the walk-in closet? I already know if I'm lucky, I'm probably using the guest bedroom closet with my family. So moving right along, this is where you're gonna have your toilet, and you're also going to have a shower enclosure inside here. There'll be tile inside your shower enclosure. This backyard space really stands out to me on so many different levels. Let's start with the covered patio. So the covered patio, it really goes a long ways. And then in the covered patio, you actually have these skylights on top. So it doesn't have that dark feeling underneath the covered patio. That's because the sun's gonna cross the front of the house from east to west during the day. And so this allows some of that natural light to come in without giving you that direct sunlight. So that's for starters. And then look at all the greenery, the lush landscaping, and even the hummingbird feeders, right? These are something that I really like. And the sellers were telling us that basically for years, besides the hummingbirds, there's several other different type of birds that come here, including orioles that come up from Mexico between the months of May and August. So that's pretty neat, right? And so you just have all this greenery, and it really does feel almost like you're in a park-like setting. You have this large grassy area here, right? If you needed kids to be able to play around, but you could also entertain and host in this backyard. But it also gives you a lot of privacy, all this green. It feels like you don't want to ever leave the backyard. So another feature are all the pavers here in the backyard, and it's gonna lead you to a lovely sitting area right here. And basically you can just sit down, let the world go by, and enjoy all the scenery here in the backyard. And it's basically a little bit of privacy from the privacy, right, in other words. And then right behind you, you're going to have this beautiful lemon tree. If you feel that this home might be a bit too big for you at 2,437 square feet of living space, perhaps one of these gnome houses might be a better fit for you, right? And just wanted to let you know, whether it be Lego, dog, gingerbread house, right? Whatever the case may be, we're here to help in any way possible. 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,437 square feet of living space on a 9,346 square foot lot built in 1966. So let me know what your favorite feature of the home is. The fact that you have 5 bedrooms, almost 2,500 square feet of living space, and a really great floor plan, or is it just that peaceful backyard that you really do feel like you're in a park setting? Let me know in the comments below. Now, if you're looking to sell a home here in the greater Los Angeles area, there's so many different things that we do for our sellers, right? Because a lot of times if you're a seller, you're just overwhelmed. You may have a full-time job. Even if you're retired, right, you may not have the energy, right, or the resources to be able to just simple things, move things around, get the house staged. So we offer complimentary staging on all of our listings. And a lot of times, like this home here, you know, sometimes you have to get rid of a few pieces of furniture, because if you're moving, there's a good chance you're not taking all of the furniture that you have in the house with you. So this is something that we coordinate with our crew. You don't have to lift a finger. It doesn't cost you anything as a seller. We're able to move furniture around from one part of the house to the other, and then also stage the house and make sure the house looks absolutely immaculate. Remember that word from earlier in this video. So there's a method and a strategy that we like to entail. So if you want more information about that, definitely reach out and kind of walk you through the process of how we get our homes ready for sale. It's very common for a lot of our sellers, you know, to come to us 6 to 9 months in advance. And we also have sellers that come to us 2 to 3 weeks in advance, or even a week in advance, right? So whatever the case may be, I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is to remember is to customize a plan and I put together a strategy that literally works for you. It's not about me, it's about the strategy that works for you. So if you need any more information about that, feel free to reach out. Again, I'm Scott Himelstein with the Scott Himelstein Group, and thank you for watching this home tour.